Hello. Thank you for joining us today for Salesforce Release Readiness Live. And thank you for your patience as we get back online because we're very excited to show you our Sales Cloud features in Summer 17. My name is Leanne Templeman, and I'm here to help us guide the conversation as we hear from our product managers about the latest and greatest products and features that are coming in your Summer 17 release. So we're going to be broadcasting live for the next 4 days from San Francisco. And during these 4 days, we'll have presentations and demonstrations from our product managers, and you'll have the chance to ask questions, and some of them we'll be answering live on the broadcast. So to tell us more about how you can interact with our product team and ask questions about what you're seeing, I'd like to kick it off to our amazing Elna Miller, who you know from the Success community. Elna?
Thank you, Leanne. Hi, everybody. This is Elna Miller. Welcome to Take Two. Thanks for sticking with us. We are going to be doing some great demos and showing you lots of cool features in Sales Cloud today, and we'd love to get your questions. So please post them in the Release Readiness and Feature Adoption group. There should be a link somewhere on the screen there, and tag them with the hashtag Salesforce Live. We also welcome your posts on Twitter, or shout-outs and tweets, anything you'd like to share. And then we'll be looking for those questions, and our product managers will answer a few, as many as we can live, and any we don't get to, we will respond in the community or Twitter after the broadcast. So I'm really excited to see what we have. So without further ado, Leanne, back to you.
Thanks, Elna. So before we meet our product managers and hear about what they're releasing in Summer 17, let's cover our forward-looking statement. Because we may be talking about future product development and roadmap, we want to make sure that all of our Salesforce customers are making all of their purchasing decisions based on technology that's currently available and not on those forward-looking statements. So please take a moment, look at our forward-looking statement, and we're going to kick it off and hear from our Sales Cloud product managers about what's coming in Summer 17. So first, let's meet our product managers.
Thanks, Leanne. And thank you, Salesforce community, for joining us today. My name is Arya Niazi, and I'm excited to show you some of the core Salesforce automation features that we have in Summer 17.
Hi, I'm Anand Arora, and today I'm going to talk to you about some cool new features in sales productivity.
Hi, I'm Daniel Glogowski. I'm the product manager for Lightning Dashboards, and I want to show you some cool features for reports and dashboards in Summer 17.
Hi, I'm Eric Liu, and I'm here to talk about Sales Cloud Einstein.
Great. So thank you all for being here today. So Arya, let's start with you and hear about the latest that's coming for Sales Cloud.
Excellent. So before I jump into the core SFA features, I just want to go back and talk about Lightning a little bit. As you know, Lightning is the new experience that Salesforce is promoting, and it's where our R&D resources are going. And the reason we're building this new experience is because Lightning allows us to build great new features that our community has been asking for that we simply couldn't do in Salesforce Classic. Now, on top of building these new features, we've also invested heavily in the platform as a whole. So when the users log in this summer, they'll notice that Lightning is even faster than it was before. So we're constantly investing in the platform and the features. Now let's show you some of those new features. I'm going to start out with campaign management. When you look at a campaign in Summer 17, you'll see campaign history and field history tracking. This is what's going to allow your marketers and your reps to see what's changed on a campaign record. If the start date or the end date or the campaign name or the amount has changed on it, now you'll be able to track those fields under the campaign history related list. You're also going to have the ability to add campaign members from a report. This is a quick and efficient way to add large lists to any campaign within Salesforce. You can also add campaign members from the contact related list on the account. And finally, you can have the campaign influence related list added to your account page layout. Next, we have duplicate management. In Spring 17, we showed you some of the great Lightning duplicate management features, and in Summer, we're building on those features. So now in Summer 17, you'll be able to surface cross-object matches within the Lightning duplicate component. So when I look at a lead, I can see potential leads that are duplicates, but I can also see person accounts, I can see contacts, or I can see any custom objects. So for example, if for a reason or another your organization is tracking volunteers or anything else under a custom object, you'll be able to surface those in the duplicate management component. For lead and lead convert, we're also improving the account matching. We're making account matching improvements. So when I convert a lead over, you'll be able to see and will automatically populate the account field on that conversion. This is going to cut down on clicks and make your rep's life more efficient. And when you do convert that lead, we'll take along the files and the content deliveries on the convert. So now they'll be associated to the contact that was created. Speaking of the contact, we're making contact enhancements by bringing the contact hierarchy to Lightning. We brought this feature over for accounts in spring, and in summer, we're doing the same for contacts. So now if you have a complex relationship for an org chart with a big customer that you've been working with, you can track that org chart within Salesforce Lightning. This is going to support up to 2,000 records. Again, just like accounts, you can customize the columns that make sense for your organization. And for both accounts and contacts, you now have the ability to hover over and see related information on those records. So if you're looking at a complex org chart for the contacts, you can hover over each individual and see, do they have opportunities? Do they have support cases? And see that information without having to click into each individual record. The next place we're investing is person accounts. We've made a ton of investments in the spring release, and in summer, we're continuing to build on it. So one of the features we're bringing over is the ability to customize the page layout in the Lightning App Builder. So now you can make the person account look and feel the way you want it to look and feel in Lightning. We also are supporting person accounts in the Lightning console, and we're improving the navigation in S1 for person accounts. So when you click on a person account, you'll jump to the person account rather than the contact on that person account. There's also a pilot for private sharing for contacts in person accounts. So if you're out there and you're interested, you can reach out to your account team, and they'll put you in touch with the appropriate product manager, and you can try out this pilot. Next, we have opportunity management. One of the features that's added for opportunity management is the ability to search for an opportunity by account. We know customer orgs often have many opportunity names that will be very similar. This is a way to filter that search down. So now you can search for 20 widgets as the opportunity name, but also include Acme as the account, and we'll bring you more of a focused search result. This feature is also available in S1 and in Salesforce Classic. And while we're on the opportunity, we also brought over the opportunity stage history. This is a great feature that will allow you to see who's made changes to your opportunities with or without your permission. And it also allows rep managers and operations to get much better insight around trends of an opportunity. So now you can see, are deals growing or are they getting smaller through that sales cycle? The next feature we have is Path. So Path is formerly known as Sales Path. Last release, we renamed this component from Sales Path to Path because we made it available on custom objects and quotes. And in this release, we're continuing to build on that. So now you have the ability to add a path onto contracts and orders, and you also have the ability to package the path component. This is great for ISVs who want to include a path onto their custom objects in their AppExchange packages, but it's also great for admins who want to package up the path in their sandbox before pushing it to production. And then finally, collaborative forecasting. We brought this feature over in spring, and we're filling in one of the few remaining gaps in the summer release. Now you have the ability to support forecasting for product families. And while we brought it over, we made some improvements. So in Lightning, you're able to decide which product families are relevant. If you have a long list of product families, but you really only want to forecast on a few of them, you can pick and choose those three or those few, and then that's what will surface in forecasting. And we've also made improvements to the list view in forecasting. So these list views have more contacts and they're sticky. So if you have multiple fields expanded or you've organized it by sorting in a certain way, when you leave the tab and you come back, we'll remember all that for you. With that, I'm going to jump into a demo and just show you what some of this looks like live. So I'm going to start off on the home page, and immediately, we didn't talk about this on the slides, but you can see we've made the assistant more compact so that you can see more material on the home page. But I'm going to start out on campaigns. I'm going to jump to this campaign that we created. And at the top of the page, I can see the start date, the end date, and the campaign name have been changed on this record. So now I can see it looks like this campaign has moved from Q2 to Q3, which allows me as a salesperson to add more members to it because we're extending it. When I look down, I can see under View All that I only have 9 campaign members associated here. And these are all contacts. But I know at the event we had lots of leads that we collected, so I want to jump in and add those leads to this report, to this campaign. So I'm going to jump to my trade show leads under my reports, and here's a list of leads that I created that I'm going to add to my campaign. So from any report, I can just add to campaign. I can select the campaign, and I can select the status and click submit. Now when I jump back to the campaign, now you can see I have significantly more members of this campaign because I quickly added all my leads from my report. Now let's jump in and look at some of the leads that we've created. And we're going to jump to Corey Robin here. I think we converted that last time. So we're going to jump into Corey Robin, a lead that we created. And we can see in the duplicate component that we have 5 potential duplicates here. So when I view all, I can see a list of other potential duplicate leads where I could merge. This is what we showed you in the spring release. But in the summer release, you now have the ability to surface duplicates that are of other entities. So I have person account rules and contact rules set up. These are all potential duplicates of Corey Robbins. And here, if you did have a custom object, you could also surface those as well. When I'm ready, I could merge those, or here, I'm just simply going to convert this lead over. You can see the account name is automatically populated with Vand Enterprises, so I don't have to manually select that. And I'm going to convert. I'm going to get my duplicate rule, but I'm going to go ahead and convert anyways. Now when I jump to Corey Robbins, you can see in the back, this lead had an example PDF. Let's jump to Corey Robbins. When I scroll down, you can see that we're bringing those files over with that lead to the newly created contact. So nothing is lost in that conversion process. While we're on contacts, let's jump in and look at our friend Lauren Boyle. So Lauren here is the SVP of Technology at United Partners. We've been working very closely with them, and we want to track that org chart to make sure we are really building a good relationship and we know how their business operates. You can see the action for view contact hierarchy that's been added in summer. And I can see, and this is a simple one that I've built out, but you would be able to build this up to 2,000 records. So you would know exactly who reports to whom. And when you're in a meeting, you know which departments people report to. And it really helps you build a better relationship. These columns across the top are customizable. And just like in accounts in the summer release, you can hover over any of these entities and records and see more information. So I could hover on these contacts and see if any of them have cases or opportunities. So for Lauren, let's jump into this opportunity. And we have the United Wave opportunity. We're going to scroll down. And here is our stage history, where some of those key fields around stage, amount, probability, close date, what managers and reps really care about around an opportunity, all of that is tracked in Salesforce, so you can see it on an individual record basis, or you can run trending reports on this information. Now let's jump into an account. And let's look at an opportunity that we've closed. We're going to send out some orders for that opportunity. Here is an order that's been created. I want to just show you the path that we added to this order. This is a component that you can just set up and then drag on to quotes, orders, contracts, opportunities, leads, and any custom object. And we are planning on bringing it to more entities in the future. These are key fields. You can also set up a guidance for success that would be coaching for your reps. And another thing while we're on orders is you now have the ability to add multiple products as order line items. So this is the great product selector we shipped in spring. In summer, you can use that same feature to add multiple products to your order lines. So you'd be able to select them, click next, edit any information. So let's just put in some quantity. And you can add them to that object. So now I'm going to jump in and show you, let's jump into forecasting. So now that we've created an opportunity and we've sent off the order, let's look at forecasting and what we've done in Lightning in this release. So right off the bat, you can see when I jumped onto this tab, these fields were expanded. So if you have a complex relationship here and you've opened up your columns of what you want expanded, what you want under the list at the bottom, and you decide to jump to another tab and jump back and everything is collapsed again, we can see how that would be frustrating. And that's what we've done here. So now we're remembering your last state and we're going to go back to it. And when I click on any of these entities, you can see I have more information across the top, and the list at the bottom is also sticky. So I can decide, hey, I want to order this list based on probability. When I leave and come back, it will be ordered based on probability. And a big feature for forecasting is the ability to choose to forecast based on product family. So now you can see, okay, this is where I am for my quota for services. This is where I am for training. This is where I am for products. And then finally, we're going to jump in and look at some person accounts. And you can see we had that duplicate for Corey, but we're going to jump to Larry Baxter here, who is a person account. Larry doesn't have any duplicates. And one thing I want to show you here is the ability to use the app builder for person accounts. This is one of my favorite features in Lightning, and this is something that we couldn't do in Classic that we can in Lightning. So now I have complete control over the person account layout. If I want to add some new components, like related records or recent items, I'd be able to drag them onto the page. If I wanted to move pieces around, maybe activity is very important to me, I want to drag it to the front, or if I don't want a component because it's not getting used, you have complete flexibility into how you want to surface and objects and surface components and where you want to surface them. When you're ready, you can just save. We'll go back. And now you can see we have our recent items added to the person account layout. So those are some of the key features I had for Core SFA for this summer release. We do have a lot more, but those are some of the ones I wanted to highlight.
That was a great demo, Arya. Thank you. I'm very excited, especially for Path everywhere. Path is something that I know our customers have really enjoyed using. And seeing those features that we know and love from Classic being available in Lightning, along with a huge amount of brand new features. So thank you. That's a great demo. And I'm sure we have lots of questions about it. Elna?
We do. Thank you, Leanne, and thank you very much, Arya, for the great demos. So lots of stuff there for you to look at more deeply in the release notes, but we do have a few shout outs and questions. One is just for me. I love the search for opportunity by account name. That's probably one of my favorites, even though it's a simple little thing. You know, I remember back when I was a customer, we had to use the opportunity name. We had to put the account name in every opportunity name, or else you couldn't find it. You know, it would be too hard to find. So now you don't need to worry about that anymore. You can use some other naming convention, whatever you want, and just use that account search to find it. So I love that one. And duplicate management on custom objects. Did you say that's available? So any custom object, you can create a duplicate rule, matching rule.
Yeah, so we'll surface custom objects in the duplicate management modal that you saw in the Lightning component. You can't merge them because they're different objects, but we'll surface them for you so you can see, hey, there's potentially a custom object that could be related to this lead or contact.
That's really exciting. And person accounts. Anyone out there who's thought about using person accounts, but they haven't really kept up with all the new enhancements for person accounts, you really need to check out at least the last 3 releases, because there's been a huge amount of work there, and definitely it's becoming a much more robust feature and really becoming a first-class kind of object. So everybody should definitely check out person accounts if you haven't in a while. Now, we do have a question from Mike. He says, I love the Path improvements, but I'm still waiting for Path on core standard objects like accounts, contacts, and cases. Do you have any updates on that?
Yeah, I would say keep the feedback coming. We're very involved with the community, and we know accounts, contacts, and cases are definitely top priorities that customers need and want. For now, I can say that Cases is likely to be in the next release. So that is coming up next. And we are looking into Accounts and Contacts. The standard entities make it trickier because they have strange, unique behaviors. So they take a little bit longer for us to get going. But it is definitely something we're looking into and we will deliver at some point.
Great. Yeah, it seems like every release there's a new object with path, right? So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
And speaking of the roadmap, I know lots of customers often want to know about the product and revenue schedules in Lightning. So can you?
Product and revenue schedules are on our roadmap. We are probably looking at 2 releases out for it. They're related to opportunity splits, so we're going to bring in opportunity splits first, and then revenue and product schedulings right after.
Do we have time for one more question, Leanne?
One more question.
All right, perfect. So from Christopher, during the lead conversion, when you're converting over and saving those files, PDFs, for example, does that work in both Classic and Lightning, or is that a Lightning-only feature?
That's a good question. So everything that I showed, I know it works in Lightning. I would have to confirm to make sure if it works in Classic as well. Let me talk to the product manager and get back to you on that.
All right, Christopher, if you posted that in the community, we'll respond to your post. If you posted it on Twitter, you'll hear a response there. So thank you for the question. So Leanne, I think I really want to hear about sales productivity, so I'll hand it back to you.
Thanks, Elna. And keep the questions coming, so we'll be doing Q&A after each section that we cover. So with that, I'd like to kick it off to Anand to talk more about Sales Cloud and what's coming in summer.
Yes, let's talk productivity. Sales productivity is a key area of focus for innovation within Sales Cloud. In summer 17, we've made great progress on getting reps to do more, sell better, and manage their day better. With that, let's jump into the features that we have highlighting for summer 17. The Lightning Console for Sales is a user experience designed for productivity. It's users can create multiple workspaces and have focus on what matters most to them. There's also the utility bar at the bottom to have quick access to the components that matter most to them, like the dialer or logging a call. In summer 17, we're introducing split views, the ability to have your list views and your details on the same page, making most of your real estate. Also in summer 17 are keyboard shortcuts. Lightning Dialer. Lightning Dialer, formerly Lightning Voice, is an out-of-the-box calling experience. It's another way to accelerate your productivity. It's designed for Lightning, and it's optimized for outbound calling and prospecting. In the spring release, you could create a list of leads to call through, a call list. So instead of clicking on individual records to call, you could create a call list. In summer, we've expanded that to include contacts, accounts, and person accounts. Also, another enhancement in summer 17 to help you power through your list faster is voicemail drop. The ability to drop a voicemail with a single click rather than leaving a voicemail with every call you make. Another exciting feature that existing Lightning Dialer users can reach out to Salesforce for is local presence. Prospects are more likely to answer a call when they see a local number on their caller ID, and local presence helps you achieve that. Local presence is currently in pilot, and existing Lightning Dialer customers can try that out. Email is a key part of the sales process, and we've made a lot of investments in the email space in the last few releases. We've got a whole new email UI, a dedicated email object, and we've also got email integrations with Office 365 and Google Calendar. In summer 17, we've brought classic email templates to Lightning. A lot of our customers over the years have built a library of templates, and we now allow them to use the same in Lightning. Calendar is a key part of end user productivity, and the calendar experience in Lightning is something that we've invested heavily in the last few releases. Calendar in Lightning allows you to view your events, your Salesforce events in a calendar view. And also you can overlay your Google Calendar or your Office 365 calendar. And with Calendar All, you can add your objects in a calendar view, so you can see your opportunities by close date. In summer 17, we're bringing the ability to add attendees to your calendar events, but by connecting to your calendar client first. So once you connect your Office 365 calendar to Salesforce, you can now create events that are synced bidirectionally. Finally, activities. The activity timeline is on a record is the one place where you can capture, view, and manage customer engagement. This is one of the most popular features in Lightning, and we've, in summer 17, incorporated a lot of feedback we received to make it even better. You no longer have to navigate into an activity to view the details of an activity. You can expand the activity in line, or with a single click, you can expand multiple activities. There's also an activity summary on the timeline where you can quickly get context about an activity. That said, we can jump into a quick demo of all the features about sales productivity. So I'm in the console view, which is, as I called out, a high productivity experience. In the console view, we earlier allowed the list views that our users are used to and the Kanban view. In summer, we're introducing what we call the split views. The split views essentially let you see the list views and details all on one screen, maximizing your real estate. The second big change in summer is the introduction of keyboard shortcuts. These are available on the console in summer 17. Let's look at the dialer. I am back to my leads, and in my list view, I am able to access I'm able to call all my leads with a single click. However, I can also utilize the call list and add multiple lead records at once to power through my list of leads. In summer, we've expanded the list of entities that we support in the call list, and now that includes contacts and accounts. Let's quickly add a couple of contacts that I want to reach. I'm going to select the contacts and I hit Add to Call List. In this case, I'm going to say Add to the existing call list. Now, once I'm on the call list, it's easy for me to power through my calls. When I select Call Next, the lead record is populated. I have access to all the information I need on the same screen, and I don't need to navigate back and forth. The second feature I want to call out is the voicemail drop. In this case, I've already pre-recorded a voicemail, and when I know that Sarah didn't answer a call, I can, with a click of a button, drop a voicemail, saving me time. I can also make notes here, and all my notes and logged calls are associated with the right record automatically. Lightning Dialer works with console and with Lightning Experience. Let's quickly jump to the Lightning Experience, and we can see the other productivity features in action. I'm going to quickly navigate to my lead, Sarah, who didn't answer the phone call I made. And another way I can reach out to Sarah is through email. In summer 17, we're basically supporting classic templates in Lightning, and I'm going to utilize that to send Sarah an email. I click on inserting a template. Now, in this UI, I can go navigate to classic templates, and further I can navigate to the folder for the template I'm looking for, or I can search for the template that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the success event invitation. I click on that. Just quickly checking, my merge fields resolve. I basically have all the information I need to reach out to Sarah. I hit send, and that's it. I've made a contact with Sarah with that email using the classic template in Lightning. Let's jump to calendar. Now, calendar view in Lightning, you can switch between day, week, and month view. And as I said, the big change in summer 17 is we are now bringing the ability to add attendees and a bidirectional sync with Office 365. You have multiple calendars on the calendar view. You can add your objects, your campaigns, your opportunities, your tasks, and you can also connect your Office 365 and Google Calendar. Let me quickly create an event. In the Create UI, you see now I have the ability to add attendees. I can add leads. I can add contacts. I can add users. This field supports multiple object types. And I'm just going to put a demo subject and quickly create this event. Once this event is created, you'll see in the detail view that I have a list of all the invitees I had added to the event. This event is actually sent through my Office 365 account. For this feature to work, you need to connect your Salesforce and your Office 365 through a OAuth 2.0 connection. And as the attendees accept my invitation, I'll see that response is synced back to Salesforce. So no matter what I use to manage my day, be it Salesforce, be it Office 365, be it desktop or mobile, I don't have to worry about syncing my calendar. The last thing I want to talk about is activities in Lightning. As I said, we have the activity timeline, and we made some big changes to the activity timeline in summer 17. Up until now, you had to click into an activity to view the details of an activity. Now you can expand inline to view the details of an activity. Also, with a single click, you can click to expand all, and you don't have to navigate away, basically giving you more to do on the same real estate you have. Emails retain their formatting. You basically have line breaks and paragraph breaks, so you can scroll and read the entire email right on the page. You can filter by entity types. And with the new Composer, we are also making it easy for you to log your activities right from within the record. Overall, we made some good progress on the features that we have in summer 17, and we'll continue to make more investments. And there's no better time to try out the productivity features in Lightning than today.
Great, thank you. I know I'm very excited, especially for console to be GA in summer in the console split view. I mean, it gives our users so much power to control what their experience looks like when you look at split view for your side panel on console, and then also controlling how your activity feed looks. I mean, you're giving users a ton of control so they can be as productive as possible.
Yes.
It's awesome, so thank you. So I'm sure we have some questions about all those great features. Elna?
Yes, we do. Great demos as usual. And I love productivity. I love saving time. And the console is probably the best productivity tool you could give to your sales reps or really anybody who works with a lot of data in Salesforce. And it's just getting even better with the split view. And I know I've heard from customers already that they're really excited about that. So definitely check out the console and Lightning. Both the split view and keyboard shortcuts have been long awaited for Lightning, and people are very happy to see that. Classic email templates in Lightning. That's another one. Everybody, make sure you heard that. You can now use your classic email templates in Lightning. That's going to save a lot of admins a lot of work, where they can slowly migrate those classic email templates. Who knows how many there are out there, right? And now you can just keep using those classic ones. Go ahead and move to Lightning, and use those classic templates for now while you're maybe gradually migrating, right? Yes. So is there anything special coming in Lightning email templates in the next release or so?
Not that I know of, but I can certainly check and get back.
So this is a great time to just plug those classic templates in.
Yes.
And a question about the adding people to events when you're connected with Office 365. Will that be available for GCal as well?
Yes, it is something that we're working on, so you'll hear about it soon.
Perfect. And what about task reminders? I know a lot of folks rely on those. Are they coming to Lightning?
Yes, task reminders and event reminders, activity reminders in general are really popular among our classic users. We're working on it. Hopefully in the winter release, you'll have task reminders in Lightning.
I just see a question from Jolene also about Outlook 365. Can you have some users on Outlook 365 and others on an older version of Outlook Exchange?
As of now, the attendees feature only supports Office 365. We are planning to add support for other Exchange versions. Yes, you can control them on a per user basis, so you can have a match of the two.
Great, thank you. Let's see. So just a quick clarification on Lightning Voice, because I know there are a number of customers who have CTI solutions integrated with their telephony system, and then there's Lightning Voice. Can you just
Lightning dialer.
describe, or Lightning Dialer, right?
Yes.
That's the new name. Let's just distinguish, when should you use Lightning Dialer versus a CTI solution, and if you have a CTI solution in place, does the dialer work with that kind of an integration?
I'm going to have to get back on specific details, but if you don't have a CTI integration, Lightning Dialer is a great place to start. You basically, currently, there's only one CTI provider that we work with, Twilio. But I'm going to have to get back on the specific differences between a CTI partner versus Lightning Dialer.
Elna, I actually worked with a customer on that. So we do support your CTI integration. So as long as the partner that you're working with is Lightning ready, we have the APIs for you to use your existing CTI. But Lightning Voice is a great alternative that if you want to use our product and if we have some integrations there, you can turn it on easily as well.
Now, Alfredo specifically was asking about the call lists. Is that something that can be used?
So that would be a feature that your existing CTI integration would have to build. So if whichever partner you're using, if they have that, you would be able to take advantage of it. If you're looking to take advantage of that, it is part of Lightning Dialer.
Great. I'm getting a signal from Leanne, so I think I should go ahead and hand it back to you for our next section. Thank you.
Well, these are great questions, but I do want to make sure we have enough time to hear about Einstein and reports and dashboards. So Daniel, I'll kick it off to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Leanne. All right. So the last few releases, we really had amazing releases bringing reports and dashboards into Lightning Experience. And Lightning Dashboards very close to parity with what we have in Classic. But when we're building features, we're not only thinking about parity, we're also thinking about how to improve and make the experience efficient and as clear as possible to our end users. So here are a few things that we've done over the last few releases. But for Summer 17, we've introduced editing filter dashboards. So all your classic dashboards that had filters in them, you no longer have to maintain an extra copy of your classic dashboard. You can edit it or add filters on your Lightning dashboards. No longer you need to go back. Pilot for Report Builder 2.0. So we're going to see a demo of a pilot of the new Report Builder, which is very exciting. The Report Builder was built and optimized for an easy report creation that really doesn't have, you don't need your admin to create those reports for you anymore. You can, as an end user, you can create them yourself. It's very easy to use, and we're going to see a demo soon. Report search. So when adding a new component to a dashboard, we've improved the experience of adding a report. We're going to see that in the demo as well. Report subscriptions, we've introduced that in Spring 17. In Summer 17, we're you can send your report into multiple recipients or run your reports as someone else. And we've also for dashboards, we've added a few enhancements for charting. So top end report and combo chart for VBAR only this release. Next release, we're going to finish up the rest. So basically, with the combo charts in next release finished, we're going to have full editing parity with Classic. So every component, every chart that you were able to edit in Classic, you can now edit in Lightning. And basically, by the end of winter 18, we'll be on parity, and you no longer have to go back and forth. And also creating report and dashboard folders in Lightning. So we've added creating and deleting in Summer 17. Next few releases are going to be aimed at sharing and more enhancements to that. And with that, I'm going to jump into the demonstration. So I'm going to start off from my dashboard. So I'm seeing my dashboard, and I have all my my sales metrics right here, but I'm missing something. I want to add a filter so I can see exactly where my leads are coming from. So right here, after going into edit mode, I can click on filter, and I'm going to add a filter. So I'm going to add a field, and I'm going to search for lead source. And you can see that I have an easy search. Now, we still have 3 filters on the dashboard, but we've added 50 filter values or 50 filter options on your filters. You used to have 10, now you have 50. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a filter value, and I want to see like where all my lead sources are partners only. So I have partner right here, equals partner, and then I want to see all the others. So I'm going to click on all, deselect partner, and then I'm going to change my filter to show all other. I'm going to add that, and now I have a filter on my dashboard. I'm going to save. And I have a filter on my dashboard. I can filter, all my components will be filtered as well. So now all my dashboard is filtered on partner, and you can see that if I go back to the report, what I have here on each component is the equivalent field. So for this specific field, I have only this equivalent field, so all my components are going to be shared on the same thing. All right. Now, I'm missing something here. I want to see also a chart that will give me all my account executives, and I want to see their sales numbers, but I want to see their number of opportunities. So I'm going to go into the reports homepage, and then I'm going to create a new report. Now I'm going to go into creating Lightning, which is in our new report builder. So I'm going to go into opportunities. And this is our new report builder. As you can see, we have on the left, we have a panel of all the columns that are here. I can drag and drop columns, change their order. And you can see that I'm looking at either fields, but also measures right here. So you can see amount and probability and age that have this different identification. And what I want to do is that I want to group by my account owners, right? But we no longer have the notion of report formats. We no longer have tabular, summary, or matrix. We can do all of that with just choosing the groups of the rows and the groupings of my columns, right? So I can look for opportunity owner. And now my report is grouped by opportunity owner. Let's say that I don't want to see the details. It's too cluttered right now. So I can turn details off, and I can see all my opportunity owners right here. Now I'm missing something. I'm missing also the summary amount. So I'm going to click on amount, and I can click on sum. Let's say I also want an average, just in case. So I can have, so now I have my report grouped by opportunity owner, and I have the amount as an aggregate. I can also add filters right here on the panel. All right. So let's say I want to see only one. So click on one, select true, and now I can see only the one opportunities, and I want to change the close date for all time, apply, and that's it. I have a report done. Seeing the report is grouped by my opportunity owners, and I have the aggregates and everything. I can shut off subtotals if I want, grand total. Let's save this report. And go back to the dashboard. Now I want to add a new component. When adding a new component, this is the report search that I talked about. You no longer have to remember your report name. You can have a list on the left. You have a list of reports that shows you the recent reports. So my demo report that I just interacted with is right here. I don't have to look for it. I can also look for created by me or my private, public. I can look into folders as well. And I can also run a search on either a report or folders. So if I go into sales, I can change the scope from reports and folders to reports only or folders only. Let's add the demo report from before. Now, I mentioned that, so I mentioned that I want to have, let me just go back to the report real quick and add one more add one more aggregate. All right, I'm going to save and run. Going back to the dashboard, I'm going to add, let's come back from here. I'm going to add a new component. Demo report is right here. And I want to switch over to my VBAR so I can add a combo chart. So combo chart is something else that we've introduced in summer 17. So I'm going to add another measure. I want to see not only the sum of amount, but I also want to see the record count. Now you can see that the access scales are different for both. So I can plot it as a line chart, but also can plot a second axis so I can see it better. So now that I can add it to my dashboard, it's right here, and I can see I can see a chart of all my account executives, all my opportunity owners, with not only the sum of amount but the record count. As I said, the rest of the combo charts are coming in winter 18. After I'm done with that, I want to go into. So I'm going to look at. I'm going to add a top end report. So top end report, so top 5 opties by AE. I'm going to add that as a table. Boom. And add it to the dashboard. Click done. Now let's say that I want to have a report scheduled and sent to me on a weekly basis. So I can go and drill down into the report, and I can subscribe on a weekly basis on every Monday at 10 a.m. And I can send this email results not only to myself but to select people. All right. So I can send it to other people as well. And I can run this report as someone else. So I have to save it to by myself right now. And that's pretty. That's our report subscription, and that's the end of the demo right there.
Wonderful, thank you. I know I was really excited to see dashboard filters in Lightning in summer 17. Dashboard filters are a feature that for anyone who makes a lot of dashboards for their company or for their team, or even just makes a dashboard for themselves that they want to use for a lot of different, whether it's regions or marketing campaigns or product areas, dashboard filters are a huge time saver. So I'm really excited to see them in summer.
Cool.
So thank you so much for that demo. I'm sure we've got some questions from our avid Reports and Dashboards community.
Yes, and actually I have a shout out from Christopher. Yay for allowing up to 50 filter values on the dashboard filters. Awesome. So yes, excellent. And I would say that all the admins out there, it is time to update your Lightning transition plan and review any of those reports and dashboards features that you've been waiting for, because they're all about to go away in the next release or so. So definitely make sure you update that. And there was one question about one other detail from Mike about things coming from Classic. One is the hover details. So if you could maybe talk a little bit about that in reports.
Hover details. All right, so that's something that I'll have to check with the product manager and get back to you. If you can explain a little bit better what is missing to you.
I think he's looking for if you're in a report chart component in Lightning, maybe that's not the same as it is in Classic. So that'd be something for us to.
All right, I'll have to get a little bit more explanation on the question, but I can answer that in the community.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, Mike has posted that in the community, so
awesome.
We're good to go. And let's see. I see a couple questions coming in on Twitter. Let's see what we have. NVM Tara, I can't be the only one who finds dashboards and reports sexy.
Oh wow.
She says. They are, yes. I think I should probably reserve some of those comments. Let's see. And Carol says, I'm loving the reports and analytics demo, and 3 hearts there for that. So lots of excitement about that. And a question about report subscription. So the question that came up for me is, because you can subscribe for other people as opposed to just for yourself, that's kind of what distinguished scheduling and subscriptions in Classic. So are we moving to more of a subscription model, or are we still going to have scheduling as a separate feature?
So we're actually putting them together. So in the next few releases, you're going to see also notifications coming. So you'll have the ability to, on a specific condition, have a notification coming, and those are already coming together. Dashboard subscriptions are also coming in the next couple releases. So we have a lot of cool features still coming out, and you should stay updated. Yep.
So speaking of new features, I think we have time for one more question, and then we're going to talk about more new features that are coming.
Okay, Barb is asking, can you nest report folders within another?
Nest report folders within another. So nested reports are coming in the next 2+ releases. We're investing heavily on folder sharing and folder creation in Lightning, so you're going to see a lot more enhancements in that area.
All right,
Great. Thank you, Elna. So we did get a lot of questions around what's coming, and so we saw 3 great demos and presentations on Sales Cloud, but Arya, I believe you have some more roadmap to share with us around Sales Cloud as well.
So I want to just highlight some of the key top features that are coming, but know that we have lots of great teams working on many, many projects. So just like we presented some of the features today, if you go through the release notes, you'll see that we just really presented the tip of the iceberg. The same with these coming soon features. So these are just a few of some of the projects that we're working on. Around core Salesforce automation, you are bringing enterprise territory management to Lightning, opportunity splits, and we're enhancing the lead conversion process. For productivity, task reminders, mass email is coming to Lightning, and Lightning Dialer local presence. So when you make those calls, you can have a local number for each call that you make. And then finally, reports and dashboards. The report builder that is in pilot that Daniel showed will be GA in the coming release in the future. And then multi-column tables on dashboards. And finally, shared folders. So these are just a few of the projects we're working on, but there are a lot more, so stay tuned.
Great, and if customers want to see the full list of everything that we're sharing publicly that's on our Lightning Roadmap, they can do so at Help and Training and look at if you just Google Lightning Roadmap, we have it at Help and Training and Salesforce.com. So that's a great place to check back with us very regularly and see those features that you know and love that maybe you're waiting for. Where are they on the Lightning Roadmap? Well, awesome. Thank you, Arya. So last but definitely not least, Eric, can you tell us about Einstein for Sales in summer 17?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So as you may know, Sales Cloud Einstein went generally available in the spring 17 release. So this is our follow-up release and iteration, and I'm excited to tell you about what we've delivered. So starting with Einstein Lead Scoring. Einstein Lead Scoring is not just your normal lead scoring application. We're applying machine learning techniques to your data and analyzing the leads that successfully convert, and then applying those conversion patterns and those trends to the ones that are currently not converted yet. So that helps your reps prioritize where they need to spend their time, and to spend time on the leads that have the propensity most likely to get to be converted, as opposed to just taking all of them and calling all of them. So what we've delivered in the summary, though, is the ability to integrate Salesforce automation to the lead scoring field. So now you can really determine and create business processes for your reps about your business, different business processes, whether you want people to follow up or you want this lead to be assigned to a queue or send an email directly to them. You can now do that because lead scoring is hooked into Process Builder. Another feature that we've also delivered with lead scoring is the ability to see how Einstein is scoring and where the trends are being identified, and you can visualize those in a Wave dashboard. The next feature that we've incrementally improved upon is the account insights. So now in September 17, you also get more information. This is one of, here at Salesforce, our account executives love this because we cover the gamut of accounts here at Salesforce, whether they be big companies that you read about in the Wall Street Journal, or small business customers that are written about all throughout the web on blogs and other news sources. And so that information is now readily available right on the account page. So as the rep, might be a small business account executive is looking at their accounts, they can see information as opposed to having to go to Google and do their own searches. It's all right there at their fingertips. Opportunity insights. So this has also seen some enhancements. Not only are we talking about more key moments based on sentiment analysis, but we're also now having more recommended actions. We have deal predictions. And also one thing that I forgot to mention about account insights and opportunity insights, this is probably more for the managers, is that you can just follow records now to get those updates and insights in your feed. So by following basically a chatter follow, you can now subscribe to all these new insights to get your fingers on, or that information surfaced to you. Einstein Activity Capture, my favorite feature, because it's my baby, it's my product. What we've added for you in summer 17 is integration to opportunity smart matching or smart email matching. So this is a feature that I'm going to talk about next, but basically what we do is we sit on top of the mail server and we integrate to your your Office 365 or your Gmail. And as we see emails coming in and out, we're automatically associating them to the right opportunities now. So we look at opportunity date ranges, when the opportunity was created, when it was closed, and we're matching activities based on that. But the other cool feature that I'm going to talk about next is actually when we realize that certain contacts that you might be conversing with aren't exactly listed on that opportunity as a contact role, Einstein will suggest, hey, you should add this person to Salesforce. You should add this person on this opportunity. And we're going to be actually naturally matching those emails for the user's behalf on that. So I kind of stole my own thunder there, but automated contacts is the suggestion. So we suggest to Einstein customers that these contacts don't yet live in Salesforce. You might want to create them. Here's a button to click it, to click to create. And the way that we surface and scrub and find that contact information is actually by scanning the email signatures from those contacts. So it's real up-to-date information. It's one click to add the person, and then we also suggest which opportunities they might be involved with as well. So with that, I'm going to flip over to the demonstration. And so in summer 17, where I wanted to start first is really kind of more from the admin's point of view with what they can do now with lead scoring. So lead scoring, again, Einstein is constantly looking for trends based on leads that have converted in the past and how that might influence and update the scores for the new leads that you have sitting that are waiting to be worked on. And here what you can do now is really drive business processes with them. So for example, here in the process builder, you can see that we have a couple different criteria. So for leads that are scored higher than 80, I've created actually an immediate follow-up task for the lead owner to make sure that they reach out. These are leads that we are really sure that we can really go get after, or that we can pull in and convert and work through. So we want to make sure that we have our top reps touching them immediately. Down below, we can see here that leads scored 50 through 80. Well, we're not so sure. We don't want to, distract the high-producing reps that we have with churning through these. So why don't we assign them to a queue? We'll put them on a par.drip campaign, and we'll make sure that they're effectively followed up with, and make sure that we're spending our reps' time really effectively. You can, of course, use Process Builder with lead scoring in all the ways that Process Builder works. You can have it post a chatter, invoke Apex or code. It's all the tools right here at your fingertips. And what you're going to be seeing with Einstein is as we continue to iterate and march forward through all the releases, you're going to see more tightly coupled integrations with our awesome platform and more customization capabilities. Now switching over to look at account insights, here I am as a rep looking at Acme, my top account, my favorite account. And what you're going to be able to see here is on the right, you see now that Einstein, the account insights are being pushed to me right here for this. So what you can see here is that we can see that there's new information about whether the leadership has changed or whether there's a pending acquisition or anything's happening. And so what you can see here is that there's a new CFO that's been announced, and that basically they might even have some merger and acquisition changes. Now going over to the opportunity for Acme, this is where we see the opportunity insights. So here you can see on the right, We have Einstein that's picked up from our email communication, that there's a new contact and a new contact role that should be added to Salesforce. We can also see other insights here, like this opportunity might not close on time. And what this is doing is, this is the only feature that requires email integration, the Opportunity Insights feature. The other features do not require email integration, but the beauty of Opportunity Insights is we use natural language processing to derive these insights. So for example, here we can see that in one of the emails in the past, legal concerns were raised by the customer. And so basically what we can now know is that, well, we have an aggressive timeline for this close date to be for this opportunity to be closed in a few weeks, but because of these objections, we might want to consider reforecasting where this fits in. And with that, I wanted to talk about, I guess, questions or the roadmap. What should I talk about?
Why don't we take some questions first,
Okay.
and then we can go to roadmap.
Okay.
So thank you. That's a great demo. I especially am excited for admins getting to play with the lead scoring field and make their processes smart. And just a quick clarification that I don't think we covered yet, that the fields that the lead score is looking at, it would include custom fields that admins may have created as well, right?
Yes.
Looking at those predictive factors.
Yes, so it's not only the standard fields, it's also the custom ones too, so absolutely yes.
Yeah, so that's huge for our admins out there that have done a lot of customizations, and great. So let's go to Elna and see if we have any questions about Einstein.
Yeah, this is, to me, it's just really fascinating how this works, because there are a lot of things that customers have built, like these very complex lead scoring models and having to try to guess like what is a good lead, and to be able to just be released from that responsibility, right, and have Einstein do it for you. Plus the activity capture. I mean, if you're a busy sales rep and you're doing a lot of emails, you don't want to be manually adding each one of those, like, which you can do with the out of the box, Lightning for Outlook or Lightning for Gmail, but this just does it for you. But speaking of that automation, how can you prevent emails that you don't really want to go in there, like maybe personal emails? How can you prevent those from being captured as well?
Great question. So we basically allow the user to connect their business account or whatever account they want to Salesforce. Additionally, on top of that, we also provide the admin or the org a blacklist, as well as users their own private blacklist. So what I can do for a user, as a user, is I can say, I don't want emails between me and this person, me and this email address, to ever show up in Salesforce. So even if, it's been a few weeks, I've been using the product, and I went, oh gosh, my wife is in here, she's a customer of Salesforce, and I don't want this to show up, I can go into my user blacklist, put my wife's email address there, and it will retroactively go back and scrub out and delete all the previous emails, and it will definitely not show any of the new ones either.
Interesting. And then Mike's burning question is, what is the roadmap for natively reporting on activity capture records, as opposed, where you can actually export them like you would in a standard report?
Sorry, say that again?
So he's wondering about natively reporting in the regular Salesforce reports, as opposed to Wave, on activity capture records and exporting them.
Got it. So we're working on a intermediate solution to allow native reports to have information about the automated activity capture emails. But we are using our favorite analytics platform, Wave, to do this reporting in the meantime. And we're going to continue to make investments there to make sure that, for the amounts of data that we're storing across all these emails and calendar events that we're syncing now, Wave is just a much more bulletproof solution to do this.
Yeah, I think he's primarily looking for some sort of export feature. So if you wanted to bring that data somewhere else, I guess, and analyze it in another location. Okay.
Yeah. What I would say to that is, this activity information is the same that either Google, like Gmail or Outlook or Office 365 is storing for them. Right now, we don't have any export solutions, so Mike might want to check with their email service to see if they have anything in the meantime.
Got it. All right. That's all the questions I see right now in the community. So I do have, what I'd like to do is bank a little bit of Q&A time.
Yes.
And because we do have a few questions that came up for some of the other three sections. So if we could maybe go back to some of the questions from the earlier segment, or just let me know when we're okay to do that.
Perfect. Yeah, so thank you, Elna. So Eric, why don't you share with us some of the roadmap that's coming for Einstein, and then we'll set aside about 5 minutes for additional Q&A as well.
Awesome. So what we're working on for the next couple releases, specifically for predictive lead scoring, we're going to be bringing Pardot engagement data into the lead scoring. Also looking at that, just like we're looking at custom fields, we're going to be incorporating that in how we score leads. We're also going to be adding activities to that too, so that way, as we know that leads are opening up white papers or responding to emails or opening emails, their score is going to go up. This person looks like they're interested. We want to make sure that we talk to them first. For activity capture, we're going to be supporting Exchange 2013 and 2016. We have plans to make activity capture available on all objects. We're going to support email attachments, and we're going to be producing 12 fields that are called activity metrics, which are basically going to allow users to create counts or to look at counts to say, how many emails have we ever sent to this person? How many meetings have we had in the last week, the last month? And based off of those numbers, admins or customers will be able to create workflow rules and use that in Process Builder to create the automation that they are looking for. Automated contacts. So automated contacts, right now it's suggestive. So a user has to say, yes, I agree, Einstein, thank you, I want to create this. In the future, admins and customers can turn that on so it's automatically done. So it'll automatically create those contacts, contact roles, and we're looking at creating leads as well. And then opportunity insights, we're going to make more configurable actions and allow custom insights.
So this is a really exciting roadmap for Einstein. This is a great time for our admins and salespeople out there to go do like a trailhead trail on Einstein and get acquainted with it, because there's more and more coming in the roadmap. It's very exciting. Well, thank you so much, Eric.
Thank you.
And thank you all of you for your presentations. And let's see if we have any more questions. We've got about 5 minutes now for questions.
Perfect. I think I'll be able to get to all of these. So a question from Julie. This is for Daniel, I believe. Any idea when we will be able to display more than 3 report columns in a chart? Currently, we can only set 3 values when using the combination chart section of the chart editor when developing a chart on a summary report.
Yes, so if I understand correctly, this is coming. So we're incrementally increasing the number every release. So expect for more next
All right,
week.
stay tuned there, Julie. Okay. Andre was asking for the subscriptions, for the dashboard subscription. Can you send a report outside the organization?
Currently, no. The answer is currently no.
Okay, so that's an answer, quick answer there. And then a related question, again for you, Daniel, from Ellen. Can we schedule a report to be sent to a public group as opposed to individual users?
Yeah, so right now, no, but this is also coming. This is on the roadmap. It's coming in the next couple releases.
It's a great one because
Yep.
people admins like to be efficient, right?
True, yep.
You know, I always like to use groups rather than individuals because the people in the groups change. So then I don't have to update those.
Much
Totally.
less upkeep with groups.
Totally agree.
Now, quick clarification question from Cindy. This is about Lightning Dialer. So is this included in the Sales Cloud or is it an add-on?
It is an add-on.
Okay, so it is an add-on to the Sales Cloud?
Yes, it's
And
an
if you're
add-on to the
interested, you should contact your account executive because the pricing may be very customizable depending on your what kind of licenses you have. And then this is for Aria. So this is about duplicate management. So Marie has been playing around with the duplicate management feature, and she's discovered that she sets up the rules, but somehow her duplicates, even though she knows they're there, are not surfacing. So she thinks maybe there's something that she's doing in the setup of those matching rules, perhaps. So do you have any thoughts about, what are some best practices to make sure that you really capture those duplicates?
So I set them up for the demo, and I've set them up a handful of times. And when you set them up, you have the ability to surface them as proactive messages or just have them show up in the component. I haven't seen any issues when I've been working with it, but it could be the specifics of the rules. We'd be happy if, Marie, if you want to reach out via Twitter or on the community, I can either try to help out myself or get you in touch with the product manager. and see if this is something that is an issue or it's just something we need to be a little bit more clear on the setup. Maybe it's something we can improve on that end.
Yeah, perhaps Marie, you could share what are your criteria that you're using right now, and we'll see and what is not surfacing based on that criteria. Maybe a couple of examples that would be helpful. Okay, so I see one more question just came in from Andre. When you convert the lead, the file that appears in the new contact, is it a duplicate file or is it a link to the original file?
Ooh, great question. So it's not really a duplicate file. We're just creating that relationship now that the lead is gone. That relationship, that file is in the Salesforce files. So now we're just linking it to the new contact. So if I'm understanding, I don't think we're going to be hurting any of your storage limits by making duplicates. But yeah, we're just creating that new relationship with the contact.
Right, thank you. Curtis says, following up on the group question, it would be helpful to both schedule the report to go to a group and be able to use the group as a criteria.
Okay.
So there's some
Nice.
feedback for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Such as show me all the opportunities owned by members of a public group. Interesting feedback. Thank you. And is that on the roadmap? Is that something that you've discussed?
Actually, no, but it's something that we'll definitely consider. Thanks for the awesome feedback.
All right, thank you. I'm going to refresh one more time, but I think we're about done with questions and ready to wrap up. And so everyone can review the questions that's in the community. I've also posted a file with all the screenshots from the release overview deck. So if you want to see sort of the visuals to go along with today's presentation and the demos, be sure to go to the Release Readiness group and download that. And join us tomorrow, too. So I'm going to let everybody get recharged for our next session. And back to you, Leanne.
And one thing, thank you, Elna. And one thing, as people bring up these great ideas or suggestions, things that they would love to see, make sure that you're at the idea exchange. So you're in the success community already as you're asking these questions. Make sure to visit the idea exchange and search for some of these questions or suggestions that you have. And if it's there already, upvote it if you like it. Otherwise, create that, because we really do spend a lot of time at Salesforce reviewing the ideas on the Idea Exchange and understanding what it is our community is asking for. So if you're newer to the community and you haven't been there yet, just go to Salesforce Idea Exchange as well to share. Great. Well, thank you all so much. This has been a really informative and thorough presentation. It's really exciting to see where Sales Cloud is going in summer 17 and beyond. And thank all of you for joining us today and for bearing with us at the beginning of our presentation while we had some technical difficulties. We really appreciate you turning in today for this overview of the Salesforce Sales Cloud in summer 17. Now, this presentation is recorded, and it can be found at the same place that you registered and you signed up for this webinar. So you can find the recording, you can share the recording, you can watch it later, and also don't forget to join us tomorrow, same time, same place, for the App Cloud Summer 17 overview. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.